after 10,000 plus miles on the 2024 Kawasaki ZX-6R, I have a little bit to say about the bike. From the highs of carving it through the canyons or taking it to the track, to a few quirks that make me scratch my head sometimes. This is my absolute honest opinion about living with this bike every single day. So my ZX-6R has been my main motorcycle for the past year now. It's seen the mountain roads, the city, and a few highway pulls. So I think it's safe to say I've gotten a pretty good sense about what this bike is about. So I guess first what we can start off with is what this bike does very well. So first off, this thing is freaking light as heck. Almost feels like a feather. So it's incredibly easy to flick around in the corners. Whether I'm taking it to the mountain roads, the track, or just trying to navigate my way through tight city corners or tight city streets, the ZX-6R makes it incredibly effortless. Then obviously the design of the bike. I mean, just look at this freaking thing. The sharp lines, the aggressive stance, it'll definitely make people do a double take on your bike. I think Kawasaki definitely nailed it with the 2024 ZX-6R. I think Kawasaki is definitely known for this, and that's the power delivery on the low end. You definitely don't need to wring this bike out all the way in order for you to have fun on this bike. This bike is incredibly responsive, even in the low RPMs. But not everything with this bike is perfect. One thing that kind of makes me have like a little ick with the bike, and I don't know if it's just mine or if it's anyone else's 2024 or 2025 ZX-6R, and that's the quick shifter. I don't know why, but every time I shift, it feels jerky. I guess the best way I can explain it is every time I shift, the bike almost feels a little confused. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the setup. I know some people say that you have to get above 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs in order for it to feel a little bit smooth, or that you have to have a positive throttle, meaning that you're still getting on the gas as you're shifting. It seems like anything that I try, I still get a little bit of jerkiness when shifting through my gears. Another downside of the bike is that it's incredibly restricted. I don't have the bike flashed or tuned, but from what I've heard from other people, even with a flash and a tune, it barely wakes up the bike. So from what I read online, I know Kawasaki had to hold back on the bike to meet regulations, and it feels like they took a lot of the power from the high end and kind of like shoved it into the low end. Wind protection is definitely another big area for me that I would love to see Kawasaki improve on in the near future. At high speeds, this stock windscreen does not cut it at all. If I was you, which I'm gonna do soon, hopefully, is I would definitely look into an aftermarket windscreen, something a little bit higher, a little bit taller, something that looks aesthetically pleasing as well. And then there's the TFT display, which I'm kind of on the fence about. Now, I came from a 2014 Gixxer 750 that has the analog display, and going to this, it is nice. But then also seeing these newer bikes, I guess the 1000s that have all these bright colors and all these features on the TFT display, and then you look at this bike and it's almost like an analog display, but it's a TFT display. I don't know, maybe later on in the future they can fix it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm on the fence about it. It's like I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. So if someone was to ask me, would you recommend the 2024 ZX-6R? I would absolutely say yes, 100 times yes. It's a fun, capable bike that is good for the canyons and good for the city streets, but keep in mind, it's not without its flaws. If you're okay with spending a little bit more money to have a better experience with the bike, whether that's flashing or tuning, it's definitely worth it. If anyone out there has the 2024 or the 2025 ZX-6R, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts down in the comments, what you think about the bike, what you love about it, what you hate about it, the improvements you want to see. Just let me know your overall thoughts about your ZX-6R. With that being said, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've been watching my videos and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.